Welcome to the chemistry session. Today we are going to discussing about a new topic, that is stoichiometry. Okay, stoichiometry. So, so what are the terms involved in the stoichiometry? Let us see. So actually, stoichiometry is a word which is derived from a Greek. Okay, which is derived from a Greek. So here Stoichion means element, metron means measure. Stoichion means element, metron means measure. So mainly this stoichiometry mainly deals about uh, mass relationship among the reactant and products. Okay, mainly this stoichiometry which deals about mass relationship among reactant and products. So we know very well about father of modern chemistry. Who is that? Anthony Lavoisier. So he proposed one law. Do you know that? Law of conservation of mass. Law of conservation of mass. Law of conservation of mass. So according to law of conservation of mass proposed by Lavoisier, when a reaction takes place, the mass of the reactant and product is always same before and after the chemical reaction. Okay, the masses of reactant and product before and after the chemical reaction is same. So I will take one example for better understanding. See here, calcium carbonate. We know calcium carbonate. On heating calcium carbonate, it's decomposes into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. See here the molecular mass of calcium carbonate is 100 unified mass, whereas carbon dioxide molecular mass is 44 unified mass, and calcium oxide molecular mass is 56 U. See here, on heating calcium carbonate, it splits into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Here calcium carbonate atomic mass is 100, calcium oxide 56 U, and carbon dioxide 44 U. So here 100 LHS side 100 molecular mass is 100. When you sum the RH side, means product side, what is the total amount? 56 U plus 44 U, that is 100. So from this what we can understand? Okay, before the before calcium carbonate into before calcium carbonate participate in the chemical reaction, the molecular mass is 100. After a chemical reaction, it splits into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Okay, its sum also 100. So from that what we can understand, before and after the chemical reaction, the masses of reactant and product always same. That is about law of conservation of mass. Okay, next we are going to discussing about one important concept, that is about atomic mass unit. Okay, atomic mass unit. So atomic mass unit, atomic mass unit, atomic mass unit. Here atomic mass unit is a smallest mass unit which is used to measure the masses of atoms and subatomic particles. Okay, atomic mass unit is a smallest unit of mass which is used to measure the masses of atoms and subatomic particles. One atomic mass unit which is equal to 1/12 mass of C12 carbon atom. You have to understand. For example, if you take one carbon atom, this is what? Carbon atom, C12 isotope of carbon. Okay, carbon isotopes are C12, C13, C14, but we have to take here C12. So if you divide this carbon atom into 12 equal parts, so atomic mass unit means what? The atomic mass unit is a smallest unit which is used to measure the mass of all atoms and subatomic particles. The mass of atomic unit which is equal to 1/12 mass of C12 atom. Okay, 1/12 mass of C12 atom, which is one atomic mass unit which is equal to 1.66 into 10 to the power of minus 24 grams, or 1.66 into 10 to the power of minus 27 kg. So this is about atomic mass unit. Okay, so 1/12 mass of C12 isotope is called atomic mass unit. Okay, next we are going to discussing about atomic weight. These are the small terms which are very important and useful to understand the chemistry. See here, atomic weight. What is atomic weight? Atomic weight is nothing but weight of one atom is called atomic weight. Okay, weight of one atom is called atomic weight. So the number of times an atom of an element is heavier than 1/12 mass of C12 atom is called atomic weight. Simply, atomic weight is nothing but weight of one atom is called atomic weight, or the number of uh, times one atom of element is heavier than 1/12 mass of C12 atom. Just before we discussed, if you take one carbon atom, if you divide it into 12 equal parts, so we get 1/12 part of the C12 atom. So we are comparing, okay, we are comparing the relative mass with C12 atom. So for better understanding, see here, calcium atomic mass is 40. So what is 40? Why we are saying 40? Why we are saying 40 means we are comparing that atomic mass with 1/12 mass of C12 atom. We are comparing the mass of calcium with 1/12 mass of C12 atom. Understanding? So this is about atomic weight. Atomic weight is nothing but mass of one atom, or number of times an atom of an element is heavier than 1/12 mass of C12 atom. So this is about atomic weight. Next we are going to discussing about mole concept. Okay, mole concept. We know atom is the smallest particle in a matter which take part in a chemical reaction. Here, group of atoms, they combine, they produce a molecule. Molecules, they can exist freely. Okay, molecules, they can exist freely. See here, 1 gram atom, 1 gram atom of an element, 1 gram atom of an element which contains 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 atoms. In the same way, 1 gram molecule, 1 gram molecule, 1 gram molecule, 1 gram mole, or 1 gram molecule of a substance contains 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules. See students, here 1 gram atom which contains 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 atoms. Okay, in the same way, 1 gram molecule of a substance contains 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules. For better understanding, for example, if I take nitrogen atom, if I take nitrogen molecule, okay, 1 gram of nitrogen atom 1 gram of nitrogen atom contains 6.0222 into 10 to the power of 23 atoms. Okay, 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 atoms, whereas 1 gram molecule of nitrogen, this is nitrogen atom, this is nitrogen molecule. See here, one atom is there, here two atoms, they combine chemically, they forms nitrogen molecule. So 1 gram molecule of nitrogen which contains 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules.